how many of you guys are taking out financial aid in order to support yourself through college? How many of you guys are taking out loans to support yourself through college? Now, how many of you guys feel that tuition is overpriced at our university? Today, I will claim that it is necessary to pass Prop 30 in order to keep college tuition down. Prop 30 is Jerry Brown's attempt, who is the governor, to increase state revenue for education. And it does, what happens is, it has a temporary personal income tax increase for those who make $250,000 a year or more annually for the next 7 years. My first claim is that Prop 30 will stop $6 billion in cuts to our schools this year. According to the Legislative Analyst's Office, $12 million in cuts alone will be made to Cal Poly Pomona. Now, how many of you guys are engineering majors? For you engineering majors, that $12 million can cover your full College of Engineering budget. And it also can cover 1,800 students' tuition for a whole campus. And it also covers our annual utility bill for our whole university. In addition to this, CSU Board of Trustees say that Prop 30 will stop tuition from being raised from $150 or higher per quarter per every academic student. My next claim will be that Prop 30 will generate $6.7 billion a year for California in revenue. Governor Jerry Brown assures the people that no personal income taxes will be made for the middle or lower class people. In fact, it will only affect 1% of California's total population today. The Department of Finance has also calculated that Prop 30 will help bring revenue for California, which the number I said earlier, $6.7 billion a year for the next 7 years. My last and final claim is that Prop 30 will benefit our children's future in becoming a college graduate. What I have for you guys today is an example. Fifth year microbiology major, Danny Bullocks, is a RA on campus, and he also is in the microbiology department as well. Now, how many of you have heard of the microbiology major on our campus? Due to budget cuts, there are only 30 people left with that major because they have technically that program on our campus does not exist anymore. So Danny Bullocks was on track for being able to graduate in 4 years, but because of these budget cuts, he's now going to be graduating in 6 years because of this. And then, how many of you feel that the college, your high school teachers prepared you for college? Yeah, more or less. Yeah. All right. Half of our California credentialized teachers have gone through our CSC system. Most of our nurses in our hospitals have also gone through our CSU Bachelor Training Program as well. And half of our state's engineers and technology graduates have also been involved in our CSU trained engineering programs. Today I have told you guys what will happen if Prop 30 is not passed. Although we don't have anything to gain from it, we have everything to lose from it. Thank you.
All right, Kyle, the proposition was clearly stated. You phrased it as a claim of fact, so you managed to get that worked around okay. There's no setup of what the secondary structure is going to be, so it's not exactly sure how it's going to develop. You dive right into the first points, and the first point actually sounds like it's more narrative than inference. It's really talking about what the current situation is like concerning what the proposed budget cuts are going to be. And I think that you need to show us, you need to be making an inference here, not just describing the facts or the conditions on the ground, but telling us what that means in the long run. I do think that you've got some good examples later on in the presentation that do that kind of thing. There's the best information that you have is the information that says that it would actually be able to raise the revenues. You've got an authority in the, I think it's the Legislative Analyst's Office or it's the Budget Authority Office that said that this is the amount of money that it would raise. So that's okay. I like the $12 million that you're talking about the school here as a way to kind of narrow the focus and develop an interest with this particular audience. I could use a little bit more explanation about how they've determined that that's what the share of the budget cut would be for Cal Poly Pomona. But the comparisons that you make, I think, do make it a little bit more interesting. For instance, will we have those cuts even if we have the increase in tuition, or is the increase in tuition designed to offset the cuts, or is it a combination of the cuts and the increase in tuition that we're going to have if Proposition 30 fails to pass? I'm not sure which combination is going to occur, and I think that needed to be clarified. You've got some extra time, so I think I would be a little concerned about some of the refutation issues, especially since there's a lot of political stuff going around on this. The suggestion that the money is not necessarily restricted to schools, that the idea that it is in fact backfilling other costs that we've already spent. There have been some claims about the impact that it might have on the economy of the state of California. I think you might want to address some of those points. I thought you did a pretty nice job speaking to the audience and trying to explain concepts, but the argument needs to be a little bit thicker than just the talking points from the advocates of the proposition. All right, thank you.